Hey everyone, here is a tutorial on how to use Adobe Spark, which is a great way of creating presentations to present information, whether it's in a video or a web page or a meme or an infographic. Adobe is a great alternative to PowerPoint or something like that. So I'm going to show you Adobe Spark Post, which is on student iPads. It should be either on your iPad or in your catalog. So I'm going to click on the one here that says Spark Post, and it should open me up into the login screen. Just be aware that students, I think it usually makes you log in twice. So if it doesn't work the first time, do it again. I think that does that. So at the bottom, I'm going to click where it says have an Adobe ID or education account. I'm going to click login. And then I'm going to log in with my school email, so that's what you would do here. And I think this is the point where it may make you do it twice, but let's see. And I'm going to choose company or school account. And now it's hopefully going to log me in. See, it brings you in to do it again. Okay, so I'm going to type in my my school email. Click next, and then I'm gonna type in my password. Okay, so here we go. You can see that first it gives you all these templates, so you can choose any kind of template you want, and then it's really easy to make your own posts. I'm gonna look through the templates and see if they have an infographic one. So I'm just gonna start typing in infographic. Okay, so you can see once I type infographic in properly and click enter, it brings me all these infographic templates. So I could look through here and just find one that I liked, and then it's really easy just to edit it. So you're just gonna look through the options and choose one that you think has a format that would work for whatever your assignment is. Obviously, depending on what the assignment is, some of these infographics would work better than others, and you would need to edit them less. So I'm just going to pretend that I have an assignment to describe a process of something. So I'm going to choose the red one that is actually a template for an application process. So I'm going to choose that one, and then I'm going to choose the button that says remix this template at the bottom in green. And it's going to open the template as is and let me change anything on it that I want to change. You can change basically everything, but try to choose a template that is already pretty close to what you want, because then it's a little bit easier. So at the bottom, you'll see the different icons, which are all the different things you can do. So if you click the add button, you'll see that you can add more text boxes, more you could add photos, videos even, new icons, a logo if you have one. If you click the colors button, you can change any of the color. You have to choose from the color options it has, but there's a lot of them. So you can choose whatever format of color that you want. I'm just gonna choose, I'm gonna choose the blue and creamy one, so you could see how it switched the color scheme for me there. If you're choosing a color scheme, make sure that there's good contrast. So make sure that if it's a dark background, you have light text, and if it's a light background, you have dark colored text. So I'm going to click done. You can see there's an animation button, and that is a way that you can change your letters so that they're animated. Obviously, this will only work if you're able to present this live or send the link to somebody. If your teacher wants you to print it out, the animations aren't going to be worth the time. But if you're allowed to upload a live version of your project, then you might want to have fun with some of the different text animation options here. Then there's the layout option, so you can click on that, and it will give you different layout options. Obviously, mine right now is just a straight down layout, but I could change it. It has some suggested ones over here, so if I wanted to switch it up, I could click on one of these, and you'll see how it switched up the layout. But I like the simple layout for this one, so I'm going to go back to that. Looks like it messed me up, so I'm going to click done. And I'm going to go up to the top to this green arrow and click it so it goes back to the way it was. So if you make any mistakes, that's how you could fix them. So those are most of the options. You've got branding and resizing as well. I'm going to skip those. So basically you open the template, and if it's pretty much the way you liked it, then you can just start double tapping on things to change them. Obviously you need to add your own text and images because the template text isn't going to work for your project. So let's pretend that I was assigned to describe the research process using an infographic. I would want to use a combination of text and images. They could be photos or videos or icons. But the important thing with an infographic is that there is a combination of text and some kind of graphic or image. It doesn't really work if it's all text. That's not really the point of an infographic. So let's say that I need to describe the research process. So I'll show you how you can edit this template to say what you want it to say. So to edit whatever is already there, it's really simple. You actually just double click. So I'm going to double click up here where it says law school application process. And you can see now it's going to let me change the text here. So I'm going to change it to the title of whatever my infographic is, which for this example, I'm going to do the research process. Click done. And now you can see it changed the title. So now I could go down the line and I'm going to double click on where it says apply. And I'm going to add the first step of my process. For the research process, the first step is usually, choosing a topic. Okay. And then I'm going to click done. And then the next one, I'll double click on interview and change that to the second step of the research process, which is usually the pre-research step. And click done. And then the next step, let's say identifying your keywords for searching for sources. So you can see I'm just double clicking on everything to change it. Searching for sources. And then we'll do citing the sources. And then my final one will do evaluating sources. So now you can see that I've created my text portion of this infographic. So next I need to do the graphic portion. I need to make sure that my images make sense. The images can be, pretty vague or interpretative. Like you're gonna interpret them the way you want. So up here I can see that my first image is a little, it looks like a little document. You can drag it to make it bigger or shrink it to make it smaller. And you can drag it around if you want to move it, whatever you want to do with it. So let's say that that one doesn't really make sense for choose topic. I can go down to the bottom and I can delete it, duplicate it, or replace it. So I'm going to replace it, and then it opens up an options. I'm going to see if there's anything else I can do. When I think of what way can I visually demonstrate the idea of choosing a topic, I can do, let me try searching the word thinking and see if there's anything that comes up. So you can see they have all these little thinking guides, icons. So I'm going to choose one of these, and it's going to replace the icon that was there with my new thinking person icon who's thinking about choosing their topic. And then I can choose the pre-research icon, and again, I don't really think that one makes sense, so I'm going to click replace, and I'm going to think to myself, what does it look like when you're researching something? So maybe I can type in the word research and click done and see what comes up here. And I like this one. It looks like a little magnifying glass with a bunch of different documents. So I'll change that out. So you can see, you can go down the line and you can change all of your icons to whatever makes more sense for your topic. So once you've made all of the changes you want to make, or added all the things you want to add, and you've hit all of your criteria, and you're ready to be done, you can click the done button. Okay, and then when you're finished for good, you'll go up to the top share button, and you can share it. I'm going to do solid color, I guess. And then it lets you, here you can save image, and then you can upload it to wherever your teachers want you to upload it and share it however they want. Make sure you don't do this step until you're totally done. But other than that, that's pretty much how Adobe Spark Post works. As always, if you have questions or there's something you want to figure out that you can't, just let me, Miss Bogan, know, and I'm more than happy to help. Other than that, enjoy creating.